Hey, I'm in Dallas this week and I'm working on refining my craft so I can be the best realtor for you. I'm learning a lot of great techniques and that way I can help my awesome buyers and sellers, and I'm excited to bring these new skills to my wonderful clients. Now, we saw a little shift in the market the past 7 days, not much, but some, and I think it was due to the pending increase in mortgage rates. We had 915 homes added to the market the past 7 days and 992 sell for a deficit of 77 houses. Now this week we only saw 773 houses go pending, so a slight drop. We saw a large increase in price changes though. The other week it was 666, this week 767. This is telling me that the market is still slowing down and that the negative additions to the market of 77 homes was likely due to the house closing that went under contract just before school started but had a longer closing date. There was a climb in expires as well, 135 this week. So if you're thinking of selling your home, we need to look at getting the house on the market by the middle of November, or just focus on waiting till the spring to put it on the market for more competition. Now, if others are not putting their house on the market, you'll have less supply, so maybe that demand will be good enough for you to sell quickly, but I'd expect longer days on market. Now let's talk about mortgage rates. Every Thursday, Freddie Mac releases the results for their primary mortgage market survey, which reveals the most recent movement in the 30-year fixed mortgage rates. Last week, the rate was announced at 3.01%. It was the first time in 3 months that the mortgage rate surpassed 3%. So in a press release accompanying the survey, Sam Kafer, the chief economist of Freddie Mac, explained it this way. He said that mortgage rates rose across all loan types this week as the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield reached its highest point since June. The reason Kater mentioned the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield is because there is a very strong relationship between the yield and the 30-year mortgage rate over the last 5 decades. The most recent jump in mortgage rates was preceded by a jump in the 10-year Treasury rate, and it was called out by the different companies. Now, what impact the yield rate has on you? So according to Investopedia, there are a number of economic factors that impact Treasury yields, such as interest rates, inflation, and economic growth. Now, since there are current concerns about inflation and the economic growth due to the pandemic, the Treasury yield spiked last week. That spike impacted mortgage rates. So what does this mean for you? Kater said that in the Freddie Mac release mentioned above, that we expect mortgage rates to continue to rise modestly, which will likely have an impact on home prices, causing them to moderate slightly after increasing over the last year. Now, Nadia Avalou, senior economist and director for forecasting of the National Association of Realtors, also addressed the issue. She said that consumers shouldn't panic. Keep in mind that even though rates will increase in the following months, these rates will still be historically low. The National Association of Realtors forecasts that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will likely reach 3.5% by the middle of 2022. The bottom line is this: forecasting mortgage rates is very difficult. As Mark Fleming, the chief economist of First American, once said, he said, you know, the fallacy of economic forecasting is don't ever try to forecast interest rates and, or more specifically, if you're a real estate economist, mortgage rates, because you will always invariably be wrong. That being said, if you're either a first-time homebuyer or a current homeowner thinking of moving into that home that better fits your current needs, all right, keep abreast of what's happening with mortgage rates. It may very well impact your decision. Now, have a fantastic week. I look forward to being back in SA soon. Take care.